What's going on, y'all? We in the building one more time. Hold on, let me see. IG. All right, bet. Yeah, man. We up in this building, man, one more time, man. You know, been a little busy lately, but when I can, what I'm saying, when I take a step, I like to listen to 105.3 The Fan when I can, when they talking about these Cowboys, right? And I overheard a couple things, man. I didn't get to finish him because I wanted to finish it with y'all, but I thought it would just be good. Do something different, try it with y'all, listen with y'all, and react to it. You know what I'm saying? This was Jimmy Johnson and Drew Pearson, but we're gonna do Jimmy first, man. And when I first started hearing Jimmy talk about this, I'm like, man, Jimmy agreed with me. So I wanted to go. So if you haven't heard, now you're about to hear. You know what I'm saying? Little clip, little portion, man. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna get straight to it, man. Like I said, man, with this Cowboys week, y'all, it's really cut and dry. It's really simple, man, on what need to be done. Run the football, stop the run, get home, you know, get home nice, you know what I'm saying, so we can lay our head on our pillow and just relax like Tony. This, look, like I said, if we take care of business and do what we're supposed to do, come out to play, this should be an easy game. Let's just be real. This should be an easy game. Easy work. Not really worried about Green Bay. You got the storyline for added motivation. You got Mike McCarthy coming back. You got the Dallas Cowboys, man, who Aaron Rodgers had broke our heart a couple of times, man, especially in these playoffs, man. So like I said, man, earlier in the week, this is the revenge tour. We here for the revenge tour, So the revenge tour is what we shall get ourselves into. But go ahead, man. We're going to go ahead, man, play a little clip, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think as well, man. And we're going to go from it right here. Damn it. How I lose the thing, y'all. Hold up. The thing went off when I wanted to go ahead and get on it. All right, here we go.
It's one of the biggest fishing tournaments in the country.
Coach, we are the Cowboys station, and we'll get to the book in a second. Just wanted to get your current thoughts on these Cowboys as a Super Bowl contender this year.
I think this is the best Cowboys team that I've seen. For one thing, Mike McCarthy did a tremendous job of overcoming Dak being out and winning those games.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? Like, they talk about everybody for this coach of the year. Man, I believe Mike McCarthy should be coach of the year, man. Because look at the circumstances that we came in the season with. Yeah, that we were pretty much expected to have a pretty good defense, right? But man, you done won them games with a backup quarterback. You only lost one game with the backup quarterback, right? You lost your starting left tackle. You didn't have Gallup at first. So you pretty much had Noah Brown in a rookie left tackle that didn't get no snaps pretty much the whole, other than maybe OTAs. And then coming off a ankle sprain himself, coming right in and playing smash mouth football, winning games, beating teams that, what I'm saying, like, that any other team in this position would fold it. Any other team probably would only won maybe 2 or 3 games out of this. But we sitting at 6-2. And all the games that we lost, we could look back and be like, man, if we would have did this and do that, we should be undefeated. If you really look at all the question marks that not only did Cowboy Nation have about this team, but the outside looking in, all the critics talking about, oh, this offense ain't this. We need to see this offense. The offensive line ain't good. Now look at it. You're running the football. Your offensive line is one of the best. Your defense is the best. Your special teams is top tier. And you did the majority of the damage with a backup quarterback. And y'all telling me that Mike McCarthy shouldn't be considered as coach of the year? That's excellent coaching. And for you to sit over there and go against what Kellen Moore has been doing and get on his line and tell him you need to go ahead and run that ball more and make sure that they ran that ball. I would have to say this is a heck of a coaching job by Mike McCarthy. Probably his best coaching job, and other than probably the Super Bowl win. Come on.
I'll tell you what, no one expected that. Everybody's saying, well, if you could win one, maybe win two. But he did a tremendous job with that staff and with that team to overcome Dak being out. I think you look at the NFC, I'm still not 100% sold on Philadelphia. And the Cowboys are going to be able to get Philadelphia at home. The 49ers, they're in a hole right now, but they've got a talented team. They might have a shot. Green Bay's really not any good, even though I'm sure they'll put up an effort here this weekend. But the NFC's down. I think the Cowboys have as good a shot, in fact, a better shot than most anybody there. And it'll come down to that Christmas Eve game against the Eagles.
We said the same thing. The NFC is weak this year. All the power is really coming from the AFC as far as top to bottom, right? The disappointment that you could probably say is probably the Colts, because the Colts definitely have a better team than the record shows, right? But instability at the quarterback position can get you that. And that's why I say, because Colts got a defense. Colts got running back. Colts can run the ball. But they had quarterback issues. They brought Matt Ryan in, and now look at them. But look at what we did with Cooper Rush. And it ain't like we played really scrub. Come on, man. We played teams that went to the Super Bowl. We played good defenses. Come on. In Philadelphia, oh, Jimmy, you see that too? I ain't sold on them either, Jimmy. Like I told y'all, man, they're going to start off hot, but they're going to cool off down the stretch. Let's get more into it.
Why aren't you totally sold on Philly yet?
If you look at Philadelphia, they run a little different style of offense that gives people problems right off the bat. And most of their scoring comes early, especially in the second quarter. But once a team adjusts to that different style, the second half, they're playing them touch and go. And the other thing is a team playing them for the second time will be that better prepared for them. So, again, they've jumped on a bunch of teams early and gotten a lead, but those teams have usually come back in the second half. So I like seeing that offense for the second time will help Dallas, and especially being at home.
This is gospel. You know what I'm saying? The Cardinals, us. You know what I'm saying? The Lions, they took the Lions, what was it, 38-35. You know? Look at the quality of teams that they beat. It's not really quality. And then they beat us with a backup quarterback. And if we didn't allow that touchdown that broke the momentum, we damn near probably could have beat them with Cooper Rush. To be honest with you, they started off hot, but they always cool off. Why is that? Why they can't finish? Good teams finish. You know, that style that they play, that little college football offense that they got going on. See, that's cool for the season, though. Ask Kyler Murray. That's cool during the season. But when it's time to really win them big boy games, man, you got to have a big boy quarterback who's going to make big boy throws. And we know for sure Jalen Hurts ain't no big boy quarterback that's going to make big boy throws. That's a big boy running back out there trying to play a QB and thought he could make big boy throws. But there ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying? We ain't never really put – see, if you challenge him and take that run out and smack him and hit him, like the Texans were starting to do on Thursday night, make them feel you. Yeah, man. And make him throw it now. Now have a good enough team, good enough defense to make him throw. Yeah, you're gonna have some things. See, let me tell you something, man. You know, the threat of Hurts, threat of the running backs, man. You know, teams is focusing on the and you know what I'm saying, and allowing Brown to have a decent year so far. But all that's getting ready to start fizzling out, y'all. All that's getting ready to start fizzling out. You know? All that is getting ready to start fizzling out.
Impressions of Jalen Hurts.
I am really surprised that he has been as accurate as what he is, because that was a problem for him early. I think he's a tremendous worker. I watched Philadelphia work out against the Dolphins and visited with them a little bit there and watched their team. They're really deep and talented in the offensive and defensive line. That pays dividends when you get injuries. As far as Jalen Hurts, he's a good runner. Not a great runner, but a good runner, and he takes advantage of the offense. He's running an offense that suits him, but I am surprised he's throwing the ball so well.
Jimmy, the Cowboys have said all year, our formula is we are a run-first football team. What do you make of that, considering, you know, do you like that formula with a $40 million quarterback? Like, you're going to pay the quarterback $40 million. Do you really want to be run first?
Well, you know, points come in the passing game, but you're going to be effective in the passing game if you can run the football. There's going to be times where you have to run the football. You have to be able to run the football at the end of games. You've got to be able to run the football to eat up the clock, you know, to win games. And so that's something that you have to do. But points are going to come in the passing game. But you'll get the explosive plays out of the passing game if people are playing the run, if they're trying to stop Ezekiel Elliott or Tony Pollard. And so you look at that, I think the balance helps. And there'll be games that you're not going to run it much. You know, you play the Buccaneers with their defense, you're going to be throwing it most of the time. But you play another team and you're going to be running it most of the time. When you get a big lead, you're going to be running.
I'm going to show you how to make $40 every
Jimmy.
single day. Absolutely.
Jimmy talking right now.
So I think you got to have both.
How do you feel, Coach, about
Jimmy talking right now? You see everybody see everybody out here talking about, oh, we need to see. They got to remember, man. We didn't have the high power throwing offense last year that got us kicked out the first round. The Buffalo Bills throw the ball all the time. Why do they not prosper? Because they never could run the football. You have a team not only that can prosper throwing the ball, but can prosper running the ball. Dak was at his best when we had Ezekiel Elliott pounding the football. And now, since they had to respect the run, Dak was able to, you know, have more room to throw the ball. You know, see, people get caught up in the way the league is going. And I'll always say, old school football, smash mouth football, doing things the old school way still always comes out on top, still always prevails. And if you got a team that can run the football in the cold weather, that can throw the football when they got to, you got a team that can, especially with a good defense, how you going to stop that? When it comes all together, how you going to stop that? It's going to be very hard to stop. The only way that you stop that is they stop themselves. Hey, I agree, Lo. Yeah, I'm looking at that spread. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I believe Washington is going to play them good. Look, if Washington can protect, Washington going to beat them. Washington got the weapons. All they got to do is be able to protect Taylor Heineke. He already familiar with him. And if he can move the chain some, and as you can see, they get ran on. They gets ran on. The Texans ran on them. All the Texans got is Pierce. The Texans had scrubs at wide receivers running the rock on them. Pierce was running that ball, wasn't he? You get all them big boys, right? See, look, everybody builds their team up to try to beat the Cowboys. Everybody tries to build their team up. What do you do to combat that? Let's go get these weapons. Everybody want to go get these weapons. Let's go get these big boys inside, man. Let's stop Zeke, man. We know that they thought that if we stop Zeke, we stop the Dallas Cowboys. Well, the Dallas Cowboys set trends. Everybody else follows. We've been setting trends. We're going to set trends with this defense. We were setting trends with the offensive line where we had Travis Frederick, Zach Martin, Tyron Smith, Lyle Collins. We were setting trends. Now everybody want to build their offensive line up just like the Cowboys. That Cleveland Browns running game is inspired by the Dallas Cowboys. We set trends. Oh, you need a stadium? Oh, yeah, you like that Dallas Cowboys stadium, don't you? Yeah, we set trends. We are trendsetters. Everybody gearing up to beat the Dallas Cowboys. They can talk all they want to about when the last time they beat, but you still gear your team up to beat the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys is still the most talked about and the trendsetters, man, when it comes down to this football stuff. You got the big boys to try to stop Zeke and TP. They seen the writing on the walls. They see what was going on. They seen what was going on. Washington, look, if Washington messed around and get some protection and get decent quarterback play, they better than Philadelphia. They better than the Giants. That defense gonna come to play. And Washington just recently went to go get Will Jackson. Let me find out that let me go look at that spread after this. Let me find out that Washington spread is like 7, 8, whatever the case may be. I'm taking Washington because that game is going down to the wire. And it's a division game. Come on. Come on. Come on. Facts. Everybody gets up to come play the Dallas Cowboys. Philadelphia, what they doing is a surprise. They talk all that all-star team. Ain't nothing all-star about that team. Ain't nothing all-star. See, this is what I don't get. You're supposed to have a blue-collar defense. You're supposed to have these big boys, man. Fletcher Cox, man. Logan and the rookie, man. Dontari Poe. They're supposed to be making sure that they don't stop the run. Pearson was out there running inside. Pearson was having a way. Like I said, if you're able to get to that second level on them linebackers, it's over. It's over. Oh, man. Oh, Bradbury, you're ready to be fooled. Chauncey Gardner, man, it's cool because, you in a circumstance, but we ain't going to act like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like we ain't seen scrub-like tendencies from old Chauncey Gardner in New Orleans. We ain't gonna act like we ain't gonna act like Jalen Hurts is a running back. They go ahead and the offense that they putting around him, that they making sure that he run, it fits him well. It helps protect him. It helps protect that team, right? But what happens when teams figure him out, like Jimmy Johnson said? They start giving up bigger leads. They start folding. They start not converting on third down. Come on, man. They talk about, look how we play the teams that they played. Look how they played it. If they play the Bengals, if Philly play the Bengals, that's a loss. 38-35 to the Lions. You gave up 35 to the Lions. Come on. You had the whole offseason to prepare for them boys. Hutchinson? Man, you let them rookies come on, man. And I'm supposed to be convinced that this team is somebody? Stop it. Facts. Come on. Come on. That offensive line gonna be crazy. When Tyron come back. Tyron coming back just in time, just for that stretch. If we can get Tyron to get maybe a little game or two in, if he can get a game or two in, knock the rust off, Tyron Smith with this line, and you told the rookie in there, oh, God, bro. Do they not know what's getting ready to go down? Do they not know how special this season this season is? Look, this season is special, man. It is, man. It's different. It's different than what we've been used to. The way that they winning is different. It's very different. It's something that I'm not used to see with my team. And it's a style of play that I enjoy. Me personally, I enjoy running the football, playing defense. I love teams who did it. I love the back in the day teams, the Baltimore teams, man, when they used to go at it. Man, I love teams who just pound the football and play defense. And my team does that. And I enjoy watching my team every Sunday. I know that we're going to be physically going to lay you down. Like Pretty Willie, we're going to lay your body down. You know what I'm saying? We get to the second level.
Dak as a franchise quarterback now.
I think you can win a championship with Dak. There's no doubt about it. But Dak, just like any other quarterback, he's got to have the right supporting cast. Just like down here, everybody's ready to get rid of.
Facts. I agree. You know what I'm saying? We've been knew that, but we've been knew that. You know, the cool thing about it is, right? They talk about Aaron Rodgers. They talk about Mahomes. They talk about Russell Wilson, Drew Brees. How many rings they got? Tom Brady been dominating the rings. And there's only one Tom Brady. How many rings that they have? A lot of them have one ring. One ring, like it ain't hard. All them great quarterbacks that they say that can carry football teams, they can't win without supporting cast. Look at Aaron Rodgers without a supporting cast. That team is horrible without a supporting cast. They had to bring back Randall Cobb. Randall Cobb used to walk with Jesus and the disciples back in the day. Old ass. Come on, man. Come on.
His first couple of years. But now you put Tyreek Hill there and Jalen Waddle and a couple of running backs and an offensive tackle. All of a sudden they're saying Tua might be MVP. So you look at it, every quarterback, Troy, when Troy was a rookie, he goes out there. The second year, we would have made the playoffs. We were
facts. Hey, Tua, they put a perfect supporting cast around Tua. That's perfect. The way that they built is perfect for Tua. Two deep threats, because Tua gonna throw that long one, and they got two ones who can go deep. So that's perfect. The way they built that, they knew the GM knew what they was doing.
Game away from the playoffs, and Troy injured his shoulder. I went to Troy and I said, Troy, yeah, I'm sorry. I tried to push you for the Pro Bowl. You didn't make the Pro Bowl. And I remember like yesterday, he looked over at me and said, Coach, he said, you keep bringing in young, good talent. He said, I'll go to lots of Pro Bowls.
Jimmy Johnson joins us here at 105 through the Fan. The book is called Swagger. It is released nationally on November 15th. Pre-order it now on Amazon or wherever books are sold. How do you utilize and how would you utilize Tony Pollard versus Zeke? I mean, Pollard's having a great year, explosive plays, and Zeke is more of the, dirty yards kind of back, great, better blocking back. How would you utilize the two?
I think what they're doing right now is the best way. And, people have asked me, don't you want Pollard in there all the time because he gets the explosive plays? Well, he's getting the explosive plays because defenses are geared up to stop Ezekiel Elliott and the physical play of him running the football there. He's a big physical. In fact, Terry Bradshaw did an interview with Dak here the other day, and he said Ezekiel Elliott came in and talked to him. He said, man, he is thick. He is a big back. He was so impressed with him just talking to him. I think the combination of the two. I don't think Pollard would be near as effective if he was the only back.
Jimmy, a lot of people would like your thoughts on
facts. Everybody do you really want Tony Pollard to run the ball 30 times a game, 25 times a game? You will lose his effectiveness. He will wear down. His body will wear down. People don't understand the pounding. People don't understand the pounding that Zeke takes. People don't understand how hard it is to be able to take 20 plus carries a game, man. So that's why you got to give a shout out to Derrick Henry, man, because Derrick Henry keeps going strong, man, with 20 plus carries a game, man. And Zeke been doing this. See, Derrick Henry done had a few years to go ahead and rest because he was straight garbage. And then all of a sudden they got that line, and they with Quentin Spain when they first, then all of a sudden they started leaning. You know, man, look, you got to have smash and you got to have dash. Tony Pollard was never ever built to be able to handle full the load, and that's what these Dallas Cowboys got to understand, man. The way that they going with TP is the perfect way to go. What did the running back coach say? 30 plays max. That's what it is. Because he like he said, he was gassed. He's not built to do. He's built to give you explosiveness. He's built to be a change of pace back. And when you give him the majority of the carries every single game, it's going to wear down on him, and you won't be able to get that explosive. If you want to be able to get that high YPC, that high yards per carry out of him. So, say for instance, if Zeke was not to be here next year and you brought TP back, well, you got to bring another inside runner with TP or it won't work. TP can't even pass block, but you want him to be full-time running back. But I love TP because TP definitely gives us something, a new dynamic. We definitely, with the two running backs, man, it's definitely lovely. And if Malik Davis can, yeah, that's lovely though. But man, we got to be real, man. You need that cold weather running back. And Zeke is that cold weather running back that you need. And it's November, you in Lambeau. It's November, it's cold. I don't know if you go to Minnesota, but if you do, it's cold. Guess what? You need your cold weather running back, man. Dalvin Cook, man, running the ball. Derrick Henry, cold weather running back. Come on, you got to run the ball in the cold weather. What happened that one Monday Night Football, man, with the Bills and the Pats, man, where they just had to run the football? Why? Come on. Why did they lose? Because they can't run the football. You got to be able to run the football in adverse situations. And what if say for instance, if we was playing Green Bay and Lambeau and it was 5 degrees out there, you think Tony Pollard? No, you want Zeke. You want Zeke to be able to land on them and really be able to put them pads on them, and because it hurts in the cold. It hurts in the cold. When it first started getting cold, them hits hurt a little bit. Your hands start getting cold and everything. Them hits hurt a little bit. So just think, if you got a big 220-something pound back coming at you full speed and want all the smoke, they're going to fold. They're going to fold. Facts. Washington had them balled up too. Facts, Lo. Facts. Facts.
How special Micah Parsons is? Does he remind you of anyone? And do you think that this Cowboys defense is or can be special?
I think they are special. Dan Quinn's done a great job with them. But Micah Parsons, I watch him every single week. And now I know Belichick, my buddy, is going to get mad at me. I mean, he may be the best player I've seen.
Come on.
And, of course, Bill's going to say Lawrence Taylor's the guy. But Micah Parsons, he amazes me. His size and his speed, he makes plays all over the field. He's and everything I hear about him is his work ethic, his passion, his leadership qualities. He's a special individual. I voted him as the best MVP, not being a quarterback.
There's talk of bring it.
Come on, man. They thought I was tripping when I said that Michael Parsons is probably one of the best football players, if not the best football player that I've ever seen in my life. The man, what, a 4'3" at that size? And and the cool thing about it is that ain't even his grown man body, and he already got a grown man body. He gonna keep filling out. The man got the right mentality. The man is a dog. He fights. He don't make excuses. He fights through energy. He demands greatness. He feels like he should make every single play. And he can make every single play if he wanted to. His conditioning is there to keep going up, keep going hard for 4 quarters. Playing through injuries, playing through the groin, playing through the shoulder. Could Lawrence Taylor be a Pro Bowler at safety like he could? That man could play safety, probably could play corner if he wanted to, could play all the linebacker spots and play all the DN spots, and probably could play some inside D tackle and be great at all of it. Lawrence Taylor can't do that, my boy. Lawrence Taylor can't do that. Lawrence Taylor can't run as fast as he can. They say, oh, it's a different area. You trying to tell me that Micah Parsons wouldn't be tearing them old ass tackles up? You trying to tell me that he wouldn't be having food? The left tackles of today is bigger and more athletic. You trying to tell me them little big sloppy back in the day? Hey, put him against old Jonathan Ogden. It's cookies. Put him against old Jason Peters back in the day. It's cookies. It's cookies. I would have loved to see him go against Tyron Smith at peak Tyron Smith. I know that's going to be cookies. Name me a left tackle, man. That was going. Now, I'm not saying there wouldn't be some kind of battles going on, but it would have been cookies, y'all. It would have been some cookies. It definitely would have been cookies. You know, Micah Parsons coming up in each and every one of y'all house talking about, I'm Santa. I'm Santa Claus. What a milk and cookies. You don't hit him with that burning ground. The milk and cookies. The milk and cookies. Man, Micah is the Grinch who stole Christmas. You got dog right. He the Grinch who stole Christmas. And he gonna steal Philadelphia Eagles Christmas coming up. You know how they open up that present the night before? Yeah, Micah gonna give him a present the night before.
You know, Del Beckerman, we have not heard the Cowboys, kind of get up and stump for a player that we have ever seen more than this. How would you weigh bringing in a extreme talent, a big personality this late in the year versus maybe disrupting the locker room, the chemistry, whatever it may be?
You know, Michael Strahan knows him extremely well, and Michael and I have talked about him a bunch. I think he would be an addition. I don't think he would be a disruption. Michael says he's really a good guy, works hard. Everybody in the locker room, loves him. The concern I have is, how quick is he going to be able to contribute in a positive way? Because he hadn't played football in a while. He's coming off a major knee surgery. And so we may expect more out of him than what he can give early. The other thing is when a player hasn't been out there, I've seen it time and time again when they've had a long layoff and then they hit the field. 2 weeks later they pull up a hamstring or they pull a groin or something because they're not football ready. So how football ready is he going to be?
The legend Jimmy Johnson, the Hall of.
That's facts. Facts, Jimmy. Facts. Odell. See, I don't know what it is, man. It's like that. Everybody got that dead syndrome. Talking about, he a distraction if he's passionate. He distraction if he speaks out. Man, that's not a distraction. That's much needed. We've been needing passionate people for the longest, and now we got them. So Odell would just add to it. See, the cool thing about it is when people like Dez, Mike, Odell, Chad Johnson, T.O., right? It's crazy because they never ever talk about how bad of a teammate was because they're not bad teammates. They never talk about how they had poor work ethic because they had great work ethic. They was great students of the game. They had the desire to win. People want their wide receivers. They want good boys. I see. They want little softies. They want little good boys. They want you to be quiet. Nah, man. Football is about passion, man. Having passion, man. You know what I'm saying? Whether you show it or not, you gotta be able to be fired up about what you do. You gotta be fired up to be getting hit by grown men every play. You gotta be fired up to go hit a grown man every play. You gotta have some passion and emotion. You gotta come with it. You gotta come with the boom. And one thing's for sure, Dez didn't want to lose. Odell don't want to lose. You see how they were just talking about, oh, he's a great worker. Exactly. Y'all don't talk about no performance. Y'all don't talk about anything else, but y'all just talk about, oh, because he didn't showed his passion in a way that you guys is not used to. Nah, ain't nobody trying to hear that. You want passionate people, whether they show it or not. You want somebody who love what they do, who have the desire to win, who gonna push it. You know what I'm saying? I seen a little clip of Buda Baker, man, out there getting on the Cardinals, man. You want that passion. So what? If Buda Baker, he act out, he get into a fight with a teammate, he just is cancerous person in the locker room, huh? Come on, man. Come on, man. Big J Ratliff, man, out there trying to snake old Mark Colombo. Big J Ratliff was passionate, man. He about to can't fight. But he was passionate, though. Let's go. Let's go look at what Pearson got to say.
We'll keep you comfy, kiddo. Even in the leave no room unexplored stage. Huggies, we got you, baby.
Need to continue to do what they do, try NFC East or
This day, what have been your thoughts about the idea of Odell Beckham Jr. possibly becoming a member of the Dallas
This
Cowboys?
is Drew Pearson.
I don't think it's so outlandish considering the Cowboys situation at wide receiver, and considering where the Cowboys are in the standings and looking at the rest of their schedule. If they feel that they need to upgrade that position or add some help to that position, then, considering a guy and looking at a guy like Odell Beckham, you need to do that. Look at Philadelphia and the moves that they make, and I remember back in the day, Gil Brandt, the great Gil Brandt, Hall of Famer himself, and Cowboy brass, we used to make moves to try to keep up with the rest of the NFC East or make the moves where the end.
Facts. We just talked about this. We just talked about it. And then we'll talk about it after we hear Drew a little bit.
The rest of the NFC East needed to keep up with us. And that's what Philadelphia has done. They have set the precedent. They have made some tremendous moves in the offseason. They continue to make moves. I think they just signed a defensive end or something like that. So, they're not satisfied. So we have to look at that kind of situation because that should be our first objective, is to win the NFC East and try to use that route to get into the playoffs and not depend on the wild card route. So looking at it that way, then looking at the receiving core, yes, maybe we need to upgrade that. CD Lamb has done a great job. He's really wearing that number 88. So I'm really proud of him. But, he's had 73 targets. 31% of the passing game goes to him. That's third in the NFL. Cooper Kupp is over there with 33%. So, we need to have somebody to run with him, whether it be Michael Gallup stepping up and continuing to improve because I see him getting better every week, or Noah Brown getting healthy again, or bringing somebody else in. I remember back in the day when I started doing my thing is, at first I had Bob Hayes, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then I had Golden Richards, who was, okay. And then I had Tony Hill,
Yeah.
Then you look at Michael Irvin, okay? He didn't do it all by himself. He had somebody on the other side to help,
Alvin Harper.
take that pressure off. Alvin Harper, all right? Des Bryant, he had some people there, but not enough, there. But Des still did. He's the NFL's, the Cowboys' all-time touchdown leader. So anyway, what I'm saying here is CD, if he's going to be your guy and you're going to continue to go at him in key situations, you've got to also understand that defenses are going to try now to take him away. So who's going to step up in that situation? When they took me away, Tony Hill stepped up.
That's a great point. Great point. Great point. They think, you know what I'm saying? See, you know what I'm saying? Like CD, he didn't have Gallup. All he had was Noah Brown. And everybody trying to be hard, like, oh, he ain't the number one wide receiver. Do you see who's on the other side? Do you see is Noah Brown your number two? You got Simi Fahoku. You just got Dalton Schultz right now. Do you not see that they're gonna try to take CD out and ain't nobody else gonna step up? That's why Noah Brown was able to make the plays that he made. But when you get CD with a healthy Gallup, that's why they brought Gallup back for CD. When you get CD with a healthy Gallup, if you get CD with an Odell Beckham, CD gonna dominate because you can't bring all that attention to CD to Sedarius. You can't bring all that attention. You got to be honest with Gallup. You got to play Dalton honest. You got to play Ferguson honest. You got to play Odell honest. And that's going to call for this offense to be even better than what it is. But we're going to talk about we're going to talk a little something though.
Took Tony away, I stepped up, and vice versa, that kind of thing. So, but yeah, if Odell's ready to go, and he brings great credentials. He signed with the Rams last year, the 10th game of the regular season, and 7 touchdowns before the playoffs hit. The regular season finished out. So he's used to stepping into situations like what the Cowboys might bring him into. And so, but the key is he healthy enough to handle all this? That's the key.
I was going to ask you, would you be patient enough for him to get better and better and better? Or you think they need to have an immediate impact? And can you talk about how much defensive coordinators still have to account for him, whether he's fully healthy or not?
Yeah, it's just kind of like if I'm in that huddle, guys, if I break the huddle, I'm getting double covered.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
So if Odell Beckham is in that lineup and he's good enough to be playing out there, yes, he's going to get attention. He's going to take some of the eyes away from CD and put them squarely on him because, he has that reputation. But the key is he ready to go? And is he ready? And if he is ready to go physically, is he ready to step into game type situations and contribute? He did it last year. Maybe he needs what is this, the 8th week of the season, 9th week coming up? Maybe 2 more weeks, he'll be ready to go. That'll be the 10th week of the season, just like he did with the Rams. So the Cowboys are evaluating this situation very closely, and I think they should. And if you can make an impact with a quality receiver like that to your football team as you make the stretch drive, the stretch run to the playoffs, to the division title, and things like that, then you got to consider that. Sure.
Do you own a car that's a 2016 model or newer that keeps giving you problems?
Drew, when you look at this team now going into the second half.
Yeah, man. Just wanted to play some clips, man. But man, it looked like facts. And we already running the ball what it is. They said that they want Zeke to go ahead and crib some stuff. You want to go ahead and see Zeke with some with them explosive runs that he used to have? Go ahead, bring Odell in. Go ahead, bring him in and see. If they're gonna pull the trigger, man, they need to pull the trigger, man, by the end of the month. He needs to be able to get some games in. He need to be able to establish a rapport with this team. Bring him in, let him finish rehabbing. You know what I'm saying? He need to be having a playbook in him. I think this need to be done. This ain't the time to be cheap. Y'all. We understand that, he done had a serious injury. He got to work himself back, just like Gallup got to work himself back. But you want him to work himself back earlier. So as soon as he's ready to go, so he can get in game shape, he can get game ready. So by the time the playoffs hit, we can be on the ball. We can be on the roll. Look, we don't have a 3 wide receiver. It look like James Washington ain't even ready yet. Damn, how long is it gonna be? I thought he was supposed to be ready by October. How long is it gonna be? You know what I'm saying? Is they trying to wait to see if James Washington gonna be it? Is that what it is? You know what I'm saying? Well, James Washington or not. Go ahead, slide James Washington to number 4, and your wide receiver core is cold. You know? That's what he was in Pittsburgh anyway. A 4 wide receiver. You know, is James Washington gonna make an impact like Odell? No. Does James Washington require the attention like Odell? No. Look, this team, we need a number 3 wide receiver when it's all said and done. All the good teams that's in the passing attack got good three number 3 options, and we don't. We don't. Noah Brown is not a number 3 option. That's out. He did a wonderful job at the beginning of the season, but he's coming back to what he was, and that's what he always will be. A good role player. And that's not bad because it's still valuable, especially what he does on special teams and in the run game. And you know, when his number is called, he's gonna perform. But you need a wide receiver. You need somebody that at minimum can bring you what Cedric Wilson brought us last year. You need somebody at minimum that can do that. Yeah. And like with James Washington, I know he can ball. I know he's solid. He could be solid. You know, he could bring something different. But I want to see if it can be that with this team, you know? Can he do that with this team? You know? Oklahoma State, you close. I don't know. I think he a Texas dude, though, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, though. I believe he is, though, but I could be wrong. But we need that, y'all. Odell, it's like, man, it's like we could see, like, the money situation, y'all. Make him feel at home. Give him a little bit, give him another meal more. Or make it team friendly. He said he want a multi-year contract. Having Odell Beckham for the rest of this year and next year and maybe a team option the year before that, how is that a bad deal? That's a very good deal. Because this team is built for a few years. This team is young and hungry. A lot of your core are fresh. A lot of your core is young, and we doing this. A lot of your core has experience in the playoffs. A lot of your core. Other than the rookies, we have experience. Everybody done tasted them playoffs. So even though they may be a young team, the Bengals showed you that doesn't even matter. With Chase and and Burrow, they showed you that don't even matter. It don't. If you a baller, you a baller. If it's in you to make plays, it's in you to make plays. All that young stuff, that's cool and everything, though. But all these old teams is getting banged up. Yeah, for sure. You know, them wide receiver screens could be in his future. You know? And we seen that he can stack up top and go up top. He may not be no 4-3 burner, but he finds a way to get up top. If I can get Cedric from James, then maybe they don't go after Odell. I still would love to go after Odell and just put it all out there for this year. You just never know. Odell could be a nice safety net as well. You know? So Cowboys, man, they need to pull that trigger, y'all. They need to go ahead and pull that trigger. They need to go ahead and pull that trigger. Green Bay, we got Green Bay. Like I said, Green Bay is built to stop the pass. but they suck at the run. So they would never ever get a chance to stop the pass if you establish the run. They'll never ever get that because they are trash. They trash. Look, tomorrow I'm about to drop a thing on offense. You're gonna be like, what? Yes, it's the offense is bad. Very bad. Very bad. You're gonna be like, huh? And you're gonna be disappointed. Like, hold up, what's going on with this team? Wide receivers can't get no separation. Miscommunication. Offensive line pretty solid, but they, that's why they're able to do something in the run game. But that's the best that they got. That's the best that they will ever have. And if you can go ahead and stop that run, it's over. I don't give a damn how bad Aaron Rodgers is. With them wide receivers, he ain't gonna do nothing. But if they go out here and see if Trayvon Diggs start to go to sleep, which he possibly could going against Alan Lazard, because I probably would go to sleep too. Because Alan Lazard ain't running from a 3-year-old baby. You got to worry about Robert Tonyan, but it ain't, like I said, worry. That's probably the wrong word to use. Is worry, So they, what I'm saying? So the team come fired up, ready to play. We should do damage. Will Green Bay probably play inspired? Yes, Green Bay been losing a lot. And I'm pretty sure Aaron Rodgers tired of losing. I'm pretty sure Aaron Rodgers is fired up to go against the Dallas Cowboys. Right? I remember when he first when Brett Favre had got hurt and he came in. That was my first exposure to Aaron Rodgers. It was against the Dallas Cowboys. And look at him now. 1 ring. But they talk about how Dak need this, need that. Well, it look like Aaron Rodgers needs somebody because Aaron Rodgers look like he ain't good enough just to be able to do it with the bare minimum, Not everybody has a Tony Romo who can make a Laurent Robertson and get him paid and fall off. Laurent Robertson should have gave Tony Romo a portion of that check. Yeah, Verrett. Yeah. See, Verrett, he had injury problem, but Verrett good corner. That hurt though for them. But Low, I really want to see them Niners. I really want that. I want that fade again. I want that Niner fade again. I want that so bad. I want that so bad. I want it so bad. And I just want to run the ball for 200 yards on them and just really just take the life out of them. I really want that. Man, on that field, man, when I seen that man throw off his back foot in the goal line, I was like, oh, Aaron down bad. Aaron down bad. I'm like, that was a horrible throw. I'm like, hold on, is that Aaron Rodgers or is that somebody else? I'm like, yeah, that was Aaron Rodgers. Because, man, when I tell you, man, that offensive film is horrible. Look, that offensive film is horrible. Horrible. I'm like, man, I'm trying to figure out some ways that they can go ahead and do this and do that. It's unacceptable to lose to the Packers on Sunday. Unacceptable. That'd be a horrible loss if we was to lose that game. Because them boys is horrible. Yes, they got some talent on defense. Yes, they got some talent on offensive line. Yes, they quarterback can play. But, man, them wide receivers suck. They suck. They D-line ain't stopping no run. Kenny Clark, though, Kenny Clark can play, though. Yeah, Kenny a baller. Kenny a baller. But, man, Kenny ain't enough. It's like, it'd be like Hankins. They had Hankins. He don't matter. Yeah, he cool, but shit, if he got everybody else, it don't matter. Jerron Reed is an excellent pass rusher. So if you get to a point where you can't run the ball for whatever odd reason, and you allow Preston Smith, Jerron Reed to tee off on you, yeah, now you might be in for something, Yeah. Buffalo, look, they still got the unless Buffalo, man, go ahead and make that real decision and having James Cook be the primary ball carrier in between the tackles, and then have Singletary and Naeem Hines do all the third down role. Unless they do that, man, Buffalo setting themselves up for failure again. Because James Cook is the better inside runner, you know. Really, and especially this game, the way that we give up things on the perimeter is more of an Aaron Jones thing. Them coming at us with Dylan, they're not too worried about that. But Aaron Jones in the perimeter, you give him some space. That's the problem. And I seen that they made the adjustment of putting Elton, was it Elton Jenkins or whatever at left guard. So Bakhtiari Jenkins, I think is Myers, and I think it's Runyon, and the right tackle is Food. I try to find good plays, y'all. Y'all gonna be like, man, look, when I drop this film tomorrow, y'all gonna be like, huh? Man, I tried, y'all. I look back at the Buffalo game. I would have to go back some more games, you know. I look back at the Buffalo game. I looked at this game. I'm like, bro, these boys is horrible. Like the Allen Lazard touchdown. Like I showed y'all the Allen Lazard touchdown. Like it's hard to watch. I had to, you know what I'm saying? Usually I'm alert, you know what I'm saying? I'll go see what I like to do is I like to get a workout in, come home, eat, take a shower, and then get to film. So I'm all energized. Man, that thing put me to sleep. that Packer film, like, I'm like, hold up, man, I got to concentrate and get through this game. It was very hard to get through that film. So I'm like, what is this? This is a horrible team. The Packers is bad, y'all. They very bad, you know. But, you know, never say never, you know what I'm saying? The mess around Cowboys can mess around, take this team for granted, and Aaron Rodgers gonna end up looking like playoff Aaron Rodgers, and then we like, what the hell didn't happen? But knowing what I know, knowing how fired up that Mike McCarthy is, knowing how this team is put together, man, and how it's close, they're gonna want to get this from Mike. Yeah. Anthony Brown, yeah, I've been seeing Anthony Brown been going at it, and Anthony Brown been getting lucky. He been getting lucky a little bit. Anthony Brown been getting lucky a little bit. They're gonna put they probably gonna put Christian Watson on Anthony Brown. Lazard, Anthony Brown gonna be, unless you try to bully Anthony Brown, it's not gonna work, you know. So like the main, like I said, the main passing weapons is the running backs, Tanyan and Lazard. Horrible. Lazard is a number one wide receiver. I mean, Aaron Rodgers finds him though, because you know he with Aaron Rodgers, so Aaron Rodgers is able to get him open, throw him open, you know, put him in position to be open as much as possible. But I'm not saying Allen Lazard is a bum, but I'm saying if Allen Lazard beat any of these corners, the corners need to go ahead, man, and just be benched. Anybody who's getting beat by Allen Lazard just need to get benched. You know, they just need to get benched. They need to get benched, y'all. Horrible, y'all. I believe I seen the spread, 4.5? I would take that. I would take that. Even if it was a close game for some odd reason, they should be able to get that by a touchdown. Let me go ahead, since we were talking about that Washington game, let me go look at this real quick. Let me look at their spread. And I wonder where it's at, too. Oh, it's Monday night? Oh, Philly by 11? Oh, take Washington 11. Monday night? Oh, I'm taking Washington. Oh, they tripping. They tripping. Dodson look like he might be back. Larson. Oh, they getting a center back? Man, they tripping with that spread. Just like I knew that the Texans was going to play with them. Philly ain't covering this one. They ain't covering this one. Nah. Not this time. Not this time. Tampa Bay. I got Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay got that. Yeah, Philly. Yeah. That's easy. Will it be the over, under? I gotta go look. Not too sure, but I'm very certain, y'all. The over and under, not too sure. Let me see what the over and under is. 44. So they think it's like a 24-20 game. I could see it 27-20 because the Philadelphia, they on a decline. And man, when I seen them give up the them yards, man, to old Pearson, I'm not saying Pearson bum, but the Texans in totality is a bum. And they knew that the Texans was gonna run the ball, and they still got ran on. And Robertson back, and Robertson is definitely their best runner. And he done got a couple games under his belt. Look like Dotson back, look like Larson might be back. Taylor Heineke is definitely the one. And we know Scary Terry, man. They can go ahead and act like they don't know. But Scary Terry, man, I think Scary Terry gonna go ham. Curtis Samuel, man. Come on, man. Brad, they gonna put probably Scary Terry on Bradbury. That's fool. But either way, they don't have enough weapons. They don't have enough cover guys to be able to handle what Washington got, to be honest with you. All Washington got to do is just protect some and be able to get a little bit of running the football in, right? Because they don't have enough. It's the two corners, and then what? You know, you still got to cover Logan Thomas. You still got to cover Dotson, you know, so they you know what I mean? And then running backs coming out the backfield. Yeah, they got a load. They got a load that they got to watch out for, man. For sure. Yeah, I'm liking that. Yep. Yeah. Heineke is definitely the one that they should have. I thought that Heineke was always the better quarterback over Wentz. Anyway, I never understood why they wanted to go with Wentz. I'm like, oh, y'all like losing, huh? Dan Snyder, you wanted to lose your ownership, huh? And they was like, you know what? You gonna keep bringing Carson. You gonna bring Carson Wentz in here, and you allow your GM to do that? Yeah, man, we're gonna go ahead, man, and go ahead and sell the team, man. Go ahead and sell the team, man. Yeah, because that was ridiculous. They weak. Philly weak. Watch. Washington about to come to play, y'all. Oh, yeah. Division game on a Monday night in Philly with Big Jonathan Allen, Deron Payne. Y'all think they got it? I don't know Chase Young back. I don't think he back. But Chase Young back, it really would have been over. Because like I said, you know, up to potential Washington team is probably the team that I would even worry about in the division over Philly and Giants, to be honest with you. To be honest with you, for sure. So, yeah, I'm taking that, y'all. I'm thinking about, man, that Colt and Raider game a little tricky, though. But, man, I'm thinking about dropping a little something heavy on that Philadelphia spread. I'm taking Washington. I'm thinking about dropping something real heavy. Oh, man, I'm thinking about dropping something real heavy on that one, man. Because we know how this division go. The team that you count out is the one that's gonna give you the run for your money. So just off of the strength of this division alone, Washington was gonna come with it. They already seen them, and Washington played them hard the first time. They just didn't have enough offense. But Washington really played them hard the first time. They really was in that game for the most part. They just couldn't get nothing going on offense. But Tyler Heineke able to push his ball downfield. You can see the improvement with the quarterback too. Yeah, man. Washington with a real quarterback, that's the one that you probably got to worry about to get to some corners and get to some offensive line help. Washington is not far away. They're not far away. Offensive line, quarterback, a couple corners. They're not far away. That's all they really need. All right, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Matter of fact, let me tell her to. Because IG been tripping with me too. Can't even, like, I couldn't be posting. My IG was tripping. I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? Like, I be trying to upload like pictures or some of the film. I can't do nothing. I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna have to work with that thing. Have Shotty work with that thing or something, man, because that thing been tripping on me. But yeah, I'll have her pop that thing out, yeah, because it's gonna go deep. Because I'm looking at them right now. Let me see. Speaking of that, just off of first look, oh, they got Atlanta tonight. They got Atlanta and Panthers tonight. Man, I'm going ahead and starting DJ Moore, y'all. I don't know what to expect, but hopefully I can get an Oscar award-winning performance, man, from DJ. I'm staying away from that game. I sure am. But if I had to tell you to pick a winner, though, who's starting, though, is the question. That's the real question. Who's starting at quarterback? If it's Donald or Baker, I could take the Panthers. I could take the Panthers plus 2.5. And it's in Carolina. I can do that. I definitely like the Bucks. Against the Seahawks. You know the league ain't gonna let Tom Brady go out like that. The Bills and the Vikings. The Vikings. I catch that early because it look like Allen gonna be out. Lions and the Bears. Yeah, I got the way the Bears been playing. Yeah, I got Bears on that 3. Broncos and the Titans. Ooh, I might go against that one and go Broncos for some reason. I don't know what it is. That's early, but we're going to see who's missing, though. But I might well go Broncos on that one. Let me see. Jags and the Chiefs. Ooh, yeah, I'll take that Chiefs. Chiefs kind of surprising me lightweight. I ain't going to lie. Browns and the Dolphins. Ooh, that's tough. Maybe the over? Let me see. What's the over on that? Yeah, I probably would take the over on that game. But if I had to tell you a spread, I might go to Browns, maybe Miami by 3. Texans and the Giants. I don't know if the Giants is going to cover that. I don't believe they will. They might win, but I don't think they're going to cover that. That 4.5 a little steep. Saints and the Steelers. I got the Steelers. Oh, it's in Pittsburgh too? I got Steelers on that one. Yeah, I got the Steelers on that one. They'll pull that one out. Fresh out that bye. Colts and the Raiders. That's the one that be tripping me out. That's the one that's really tripping me out. But the state of the Raiders though, and then look like Hunter Renfrey out. Waller on injured reserve. Oh, they tanking. Oh, Colts. Oh, the Colts for real? They got Vegas by 4.5. Oh, I'm taking Colts. Cardinals and the Rams. That's tough. Is Kyler playing video games? What I've been hearing. Man, I'm gonna go ahead and take the Cardinals because Stafford not gonna play. That concussion, he ain't playing. But it look like the Cardinals quarterback might be out too with the hammy. Who knows? Chargers and the Niners. And yeah, I got Niners, man. Niners will win that game just off of being able to establish the run. Unfortunately. But I don't know about that 7 though. But I know Niners will probably win that game. I'll probably take them money line. Yes. Yeah, it's interesting. I probably would want to get in and take some of them spreads early. Yeah. So yeah, if you make your thing early, that's probably a good idea. Because if Waller on injured reserve, oh, you know Adams is sick right now. You know, hey, Adams thought he was upgraded, but really he downgraded. But I guess he back home. I guess he cool. I guess he he California, I believe. Yeah, so he close to home. But yeah, man, Carr and them, yeah, man, he's sick right now. So far, I've been seeing that the signs maybe he out, but even if he does play, they're gonna have to run the ball a lot, and he gonna have to, you know, he risk of falling on that thing, or you know what I'm saying. But he tough though, so I would. It's not a stretch. It's not a stretch that he does play because he's pretty tough. But how effective will he be running the ball though? Especially when he like to push that ball downfield. That's interesting. And Minnesota surprising me lightweight too. I'm not even gonna lie. They lightweight surprising me. Kirk Cousins is balling for them though. I'm not even gonna lie. Oh, Kirk. Hey, they should have never. Hey, Washington should have never let Kirk go. It looked like because Kirk with that Washington team right now, they'll be doing a whole lot better than what they're doing now. Yeah, Kirk playing. That Viking game, I'm very interested to see. I'm interested to see how we're going to go against the Vikings, and I'm interested to see how we're going to stop that Tennessee run. That's going to be a fun game, that Tennessee one. I can't wait for that one, too. That's going to be interesting. Minnesota, I want to go against teams who got them good running backs. I mean, Green Bay, even though that they bread and butter on offense is running the ball, and it ain't nothing to fear, even though they got a pretty decent offensive line. Like, the offensive line pretty solid, you know what I mean? But because definitely Aaron Rodgers has some time to throw, because the offensive line pretty solid, especially when David Bakhtiari playing. But they ain't nothing to fear though. They trash. They very trash. They very trash. Let me see. I got a mash. Bet, got that in. Yeah. Definitely. I say there's some money out there though, man. I seen it. You see, because I took them against that spread. It's possible. Possible, yeah. I didn't really watch the game though. I just kind of seen the flow of it. I thought Washington was going. I thought Washington just off the strength of that D line was going to be able to do what they had to do. Yeah, matter of fact, now that I remember and looking at some of that stuff and I can see why you think that. Hey, Vegas is crazy. It's like you got to look at the styles of play, and then you got to look at Vegas. What does Vegas want? What did Vegas want for that game? And one thing's for sure, especially with that Colts and Vegas game, the Colts always struggle with the Raiders for some reason. So that's why you could think about like maybe it's the Raiders, because they always struggle against the Raiders. No matter how bad the Raiders are, they struggle with the Raiders. So, but yeah, I believe that Washington game is money though. I believe that Washington game is money. Money. Yeah, it's gonna be some cool little games out there today. I'm definitely gonna be that Panthers in the Atlanta game. Hopefully, it ain't hard to watch. Really ain't got no basketball on other than some college. So hopefully that thing ain't hard to watch. Hopefully that thing ain't hard to watch. But I would be tuned in. Do we don't play the Panthers, do we? Nah, I don't think so. Yeah, nah, we could. Nah, we don't. Yeah. Two bad teams going at it. Shoot. Coach look like the coach should have got Mariota instead of a Matt Ryan. Man, they can't place that blame on Matt Ryan like that. But I don't even understand why they even went to go get Jeff Saturday, though. That's interesting. That's very interesting. That's very interesting. Why? I don't know. That's very interesting, though, that they went Saturday route. It's gonna be interesting. But yeah, let me know, you send that parlay. I'll take a look at that there and see what you got going on. Yeah, I'll tell her to look out so she can send that thing to me. But hold up. But send it to this IG because I got somebody running that. Send it to this IG right here real quick. When you do send it to this IG because I'll be able to see that because the other I'll be able to let me see. This I'm gonna send you the let me go ahead, let me see, Sean. Send it to this one. When you do send it to that one. It'll hit straight to my phone. Cause I gotta like log into the other one. But that one is straight to my phone. So whenever you send it to that one right there. Take a look at that thing. Let me see. Did it pop up? Yeah, there we go. All right, cool. Yeah. But yeah, man, with this football thing, man, I'm thinking, all right, so we enjoyed though, but I'm like, all right, what does the NFL? Because sometimes in my betting, I think about what does the NFL want to see? So in the playoffs, what does the NFL maybe want to see? Since this is probably Tom's last year, do they want to see Dak and Tom go at it? Do they want to see Dak and the Niners go at it? What's the storyline going to be? Is Tom going to sit over there and make that run, and then it's going to be like a Dak and Tom type of thing in the NFC Championship game? Like, like what is it going to be? Because I know for sure the NFL be having something to do with some of this stuff. Because, man, last year, see, this year betting is much easier than last year's. Because last year, it was something different. I ain't understand a lot of what was going on last year. I'm like, But then again, I am looking at more film. So that's what kind of helped with the betting. When I look at other teams and looking like, oh, they can't do this well. They gonna struggle with this, But one thing's for sure, what's always been pretty easy on the betting. What's been an easy bet this year is Dallas. They've been pretty much money. Dallas been money. Dallas been money. And then I had took like a strategy sometime because like I like to go big old parlays sometime, right? But sometimes I go like maybe like a 3-teamer and just bet a little bigger for the 3-teamers. And then that usually be money. because like in the parlay, I always have like at least like 3 guarantees. But sometimes I'd be so greedy, so I mess around and throw like an 8-teamer, like a 7-8-teamer. I'll throw the max on there. I think what's the max? I'll throw the max on there. But I got better though with the overs and unders though, because that used to be my struggle. I used to always pick the winners good, but my overs and unders a while I used to struggle with that. But now, you know what I'm saying, like watching football for this amount of years, it's like a pattern. It becomes a pattern. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, this team struggles with this team a lot. This team does this around, and it never fails. Just like I knew, like with the Dallas Cowboys, right? I knew that Bears and Cowboys game was going to be the over. I'm like, okay, Dallas is going to break this pattern, and it's before the bye week. And I seen the way that DeMarcus Lawrence was talking on the fan. I'm like, this game is going to be the over. They're going to win this game. They're going to cover it, but it's going to be the over. And there you go. It was the over. Yeah. Hey, look, I be getting greedy sometimes, man. I ain't gonna lie, that's what be getting me. And on them little 7-leggers, man, I'll be off by like 1 point. It be hurting my heart. I'll be so bad. I'll be so mad. It take me like sometime the whole day, be like, my gosh. And sometimes I be knowing like I should have never even did that. And I knew better than that to do that. But for some reason, I got caught up in the hype, ready to make that bet. I got caught up in the hype. I'm like, this team and going against my gut is what be my problem sometimes. If I second guess something, like some of my say for instance, if I second guess like 4 teams, if I second guess it, 3 of them will be right, but there'd be 1 team that I should not second guess, and that's what get me. It never fails. It never fails. It never fails. But, whoo, man, it be crazy. It be crazy. Man. But shit, I'm about to go up in here, give me something to eat on this fruit, man. Get ready to get on this game. And I'm gonna look at your thing as soon as I get up off here. I think I got your message. I'm gonna look at it as soon as I get up on here, man. See what you got going on. But all right, y'all, man. Y'all hit that like button for me, man. And we up out of here.